there are a few games on the schedule that hold my interest in a very different way. And I'm calling those games, I'm going to get you back, because that's what it's got to be about in 2025. Let's talk about why Alabama is in the headline. What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year-round. If that's something you're into, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, and answer the question in the comments below. Do you think that Alabama is going to be able to name the number against Vanderbilt when the Commodores come down to Tuscaloosa? Because it feels kind of like that's what's going to happen. I don't know if y'all saw this or not, but I'm going to bring this to your attention anyway because I thought it was funny. Also coming from a dude that has more defensive mindset than I've ever seen from a wide receiver I haven't seen this from a wide receiver in quite some time. So, Ryan Williams, star wideout, Alabama, you know his name, was asked, is it a revenge game when Alabama plays Vanderbilt? To which my man says, we don't call them revenge games. We're going to kill an ant with a sledgehammer. The question that I would ask, where the hell was that sledgehammer last year, dog? You know what I'm saying? All right? It's Vandy. It's Vanderbilt. Until Vanderbilt upset Virginia Tech, I'm making jokes about how Vanderbilt does not belong in the SEC. It is a problem child. It is an anchor around the neck of the SEC. And then Clark Lee, Diego Pavia, they heard me, and they said, watch this. So what had happened was Vandy upsets Alabama 40-35 October 5th last year. It's going to live forever. There's no getting around that. It's an unranked Vanderbilt that beat a number one ranked Alabama who had just dispatched the national champions from 2 years ago in the Georgia Bulldogs. 3 years ago, because it's 2025. I'm thinking about them in 2022. So, not only did Vandy get the 40-35 win, it broke a 60-game losing streak against top 5 opponents in the AP and a 40-year losing streak to Alabama that includes 23 games. Bama had been 64-4 as the number one ranked team in Associated Press poll till they played against unranked teams until they played unranked Vandy. So, Ryan Williams didn't have a lot to say here after the game except damn. But if you looked at the stats, right, he had 3 catches for 82 yards, and it felt like for Ryan Williams, Alabama should have been doing what Ohio State ended up doing with Jeremiah Smith, with Ryan Day ended up doing with Jeremiah Smith from the jump, which is just to feature him. Feed him the rock. I mean, for me, it's like Kenny Pickett and Jordan Addison at Pitt. It's a two-man game. Play the two-man game. You ain't got to worry about having no other wide receivers. It's fine. Just throw the ball to 2 and let him do what it do. Because that works in our sport. Marvin Harrison Jr. lived on this with Kyle McCord at Ohio State. Jackson Smith and Jigga had 1,600 yards, dog. 2021. Wild. Now, he had 347 in the Rose Bowl, but you get my meaning there. Feature this dude. He is the second best wide receiver in the entire country and the best wide receiver in the SEC. Feature this dude. Feature a dude at wideout who has eye black that reads kill everybody. I have never had a wide receiver with that kind of energy. When I was throwing passes to wide receivers, they was more the Odell Beckham Jr. type. You know what I mean? They pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like they like to catch it. They like to do what they can do with it. They can make people miss. This dude plays the game like a safety. Ryan Williams plays wide receiver like a safety. So, yeah, he's going to say we go kill an ant with a sledgehammer. But I'm also going to add in here, Vanderbilt says, check scoreboard, doc. Check scoreboard. That ant looked real powerful all of a sudden, don't he? To which we get this. Kalen DeBoer going into year 2 ought to be better. He's going to have back the offensive coordinator that helped him get to the national championship game at Washington in 2023 in Ryan Grubb. Going to have a new quarterback. right? And that's good and bad because Jalen Milroe was actually pretty good, saved 2 turnovers. He went 18 to 24 for 310 with a TD, pick 6, another strip sack that ended up being more points scored. They scored 13 points off of Jalen Milroe turnovers. Take those 13 points away, Alabama wins this game comfortably. And we're not talking about it the way we are. Diego Pavia was also otherworldly. I mean, 16 of 20 for 252. Eli Stowers had 6 catches for 113 yards. And Vanderbilt was also from another dimension when they went 12 of 18 on third down. I don't think both of those things are going to hold when you got to go to Bryant Denny at Nick Saban Field and play this game again. I don't give a damn if it is Ty Simpson at quarterback. Ty Simpson might be that good. Not sure yet. We'll see. A lot of people like Keelan Russell. Not sure yet. We'll see. They got guys over there. They got dudes. They're not poor at the quarterback position at Alabama. What they are poor at is losing games like this one that they should win. So take this loss away. We're talking about a 9-3 Alabama. 9-2 before you get to the ReliaQuest Bowl, right? You're talking about losing to Vanderbilt, losing to Tennessee, losing to Oklahoma. I mean, that's 2 of those you're not supposed to lose. 3 of those you can make an argument you're not supposed to lose with Jalen Milroe, especially given what he was able to do against Georgia, given what Ryan Williams was able to do against Georgia. I just don't see Vanderbilt running this one back. I do see, however, Alabama trying to put up 60. I do. I don't know that they're going to be able to name the number because that usually means that you could go for 100 like we do in EA College Football 26, where, you know, my guy is absolutely going to quit, lose connection because I'm sunning him like that. That's not what it's going to be. Vanderbilt's a good football team now. They're a good football team. They're not a great football team. They'll probably never be a great football team, but they're a good football team. You can expect them to put up more than just a little bit of a fight, right? They no longer feel like a 5A high school playing against an NFL power. That's not what it feels like. Now it feels like, you know, your plucky group of 6 team that's playing in NFL power. That, you know, the way that it went for Penn State, Boise State, I can see that being what it is. You know what I mean? Not to say Penn State's in the NFL, but you get my point here. I think that 60 is probably going to be the number. This game is also October 4th. This game is at Bama. This game is going to have all sorts of we're not going out like that again Bama types, because don't nobody go harder in the state of Alabama about their football than Tide fans. I'd make an argument that they're on the short list of fan bases that go hard about their football year round. So losing to the rich folks in Nashville, that's never going to be all right. One of the things you need to know about us as college football fans is most of us, we're from places that ain't got no pro football teams, no pro NBA teams. The pro team is the college, which is another way of saying we're not that well off. We come from the South. We're used to being poor. We're used to paying not a lot for gas prices. We're used to doing all the jobs that you don't want to do as a white-collar person. We're used to the heat. We're used to going up to rich folks and going, if you want to, hey, look, the Second Amendment, the First Amendment protects you from the government, not from me. That's who we are. So I can only imagine being a Tide fan from, I'll pick on Dothan, right? I pick on Dothan because my daddy kind of sort of grew up there. Being a Tide fan from Dothan, although you're probably an Auburn fan because it's down south. I'm still going to go with Dothan. And losing this game. My daddy grew up in Campbellton, Florida, which is a dot on the map now, but it wasn't a dot on the map till the 21st century. That's how small it was, right? My daddy picked cotton. My daddy had pecan trees. My granddaddy was the person that put me on the tractor, taught me how to drive, and now I'll be out here trying to race cars and whatnot because that's who we are. We build cars. We build them fast. We build muscle cars. We build them fast. Ain't nothing like getting underneath the hood and seeing, hey, I wonder what this would do if we just, squirt a little nitro in there. That's who we are. And I think that's what Ryan Williams is also speaking to. He understands that the Tide fan base goes hard. And they're not going to be able to put up with this private university getting to lord this win over them forever. Though they're going to try. Because I would try. They're going to try. I would try. I do think you're going to see a better run game. They weren't particularly great running the football, Alabama, but also they didn't have the ball a lot. I mean, They ran the ball something like 21 times against Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt ran the ball like 54 times, playing clock management. And it was one of these games where it felt like all the things that needed to go Vanderbilt's way went their way. From the pick six to the strip sack fumble that went for points, to Diego Pavia going out of his mind, to Eli Stowers ascending, right? Finally becoming the player that we all thought he could have been a couple of years ago, to Jalen Milroe just having one of those Jalen Milroe games where he could be both a Heisman Trophy candidate and the worst player on your football team. You just can't trust what he's going to be about. Like that, to look at that line and go 18 and 24 for 310 with a TD and a pick, you're going to go, he played well. Most people would tell you he wouldn't, right? To add to this, if Ryan Williams catches 7, 8, 9 passes in that game, I am very comfortable saying that Alabama wins that by 4 touchdowns. That's probably what it's going to be. But for now, that's all it's going to be. So, Bama, let's see if you're going to keep it real with Vanderbilt. Say, I'm going to get you back.